Hey everyone, welcome back to Posey 2 Mind. Attraction is often thought of as purely physical, but have you ever met someone who fits your idea of the perfect person on paper, only to find yourself inexplicably not drawn to them? You might wonder, what's missing? The truth is, attraction is far more than just looks. It's a complex blend of factors, many of them psychological, that influence how we feel about someone. Today, we'll explore 6 shocking habits that secretly make you unattractive and how understanding these traits can improve your connections with others. But here's the twist. It's not about changing who you are. It's about realizing how some subtle habits or behaviors could be keeping you from making a lasting impression. And, more importantly, how can you fix them? Stay tuned, because this might just change the way you see attraction and yourself. You won't want to miss this. Part 1. The psychological barriers to attraction. 1. Being sleep deprived. Have you ever met someone for the first time after a sleepless night? No matter how much caffeine you drink, sleep deprivation does more than just make you feel tired. It affects how others perceive you. When you're sleep deprived, your face may look drawn, your posture slouched, and your energy depleted. From a psychological perspective, we're wired to make snap judgments based on appearance, and sleep deprivation signals stress, low energy, and a lack of vibrance, which can reduce your appeal. But it's more than skin deep. Being overly tired also impairs your ability to be present and engage meaningfully with others, a key component of attraction. I remember a colleague of mine who would always show up to important meetings looking exhausted. While his work was exceptional, he never quite clicked with others socially. It wasn't until he addressed his sleep issues that people started to notice his true personality and warmth. 2. Body, smell, and genetics. Have you ever been instantly attracted to someone, but you couldn't quite explain why? One little known factor behind attraction is body odor, influenced by something called the major histocompatibility complex, MHC, a set of genes that affect your body's scent. Scientific studies suggest that people are more attracted to those whose MHC genes are different from their own, perhaps as a way to promote genetic diversity. So, if your body odor doesn't resonate with someone, all the cologne or perfume in the world might not fix the problem. It's a deep, primal reaction that plays a much bigger role than we realize. I once read about a couple that broke up after they realized their body odors just didn't mix well. They tried everything, expensive fragrances, even scented candles. But in the end, their natural chemistry wasn't there. It really highlighted how something so primal can affect something as modern as romantic relationships. Part 2. Overcoming shallow traits. 3. Excessive focus on appearance. We live in a world obsessed with looks, but focusing too much on your appearance can actually make you less attractive in the long run. Why? Because attraction is about more than physical beauty. While we all appreciate someone who takes care of themselves, focusing solely on outward appearance can signal insecurity or vanity. The truth is, no matter how hot someone is, if they can't show depth or vulnerability, their allure fades quickly. Authenticity and depth are what keep people interested. There was once a model who was always the center of attention at social events. She was stunning, but after a while, people started noticing that she talked about nothing but her beauty routines. Eventually, people stopped approaching her, not because she wasn't beautiful, but because she lacked substance in her conversations. 4. Not being humble. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and crossing that line can make you significantly less attractive. Humility, the ability to recognize the contributions of others, is incredibly appealing. People who can acknowledge that they didn't achieve success entirely on their own are seen as more approachable, relatable, and, yes, more attractive. On the other hand, boasting about your achievements without giving credit to others can push people away. Nobody likes being around someone who makes everything about themselves. Personal insight. I once had a friend who was brilliant at what she did, but she always made it seem like her success was solely due to her efforts. Over time, people started distancing themselves from her, not because of her talent, but because of her inability to show humility. Part 3. Body language and nonverbal cues. 5. Overly smiley or too proud. While smiling is generally considered a positive thing, being overly smiley or appearing too proud can have the opposite effect. Nonverbal cues like these can be interpreted as signs of arrogance or inauthenticity. People are attracted to those who seem genuine and open, not overly eager to please or too proud to show vulnerability. Have you ever met someone who smiles too much or seems overly enthusiastic? At first, you might appreciate their friendliness, but after a while, it can come off as forced or insincere. It's a fine line, but balancing authenticity with friendliness is key. 6. Contractive body language. Your body language speaks louder than words. Contractive body language, crossed arms, slouched posture, or closed-off gestures, can make you seem unapproachable or uninterested. This kind of body language sends a message that you're not open to others, even if that's not your intention. On the flip side, expansive body language, such as standing tall and keeping your arms open, signals confidence and approachability, which are key to attraction. A colleague of mine always sat at meetings with her arms crossed, looking down at the table. She later admitted that she felt self-conscious, but to everyone else, it appeared as though she was disengaged and uninterested. Once she became aware of her body language, she made small adjustments, and people started engaging with her more. Attraction is far more complex than we often give it credit for. While we may start by noticing someone's looks, the psychological and behavioral cues they give off can either enhance or diminish their appeal. Sleep deprivation, body odor, excessive focus on appearance, lack of humility, forced smiles, and contractive body language all play a role in making someone less attractive. But here's the good news. With awareness and small adjustments, these psychological barriers can be overcome. Attraction is not just about how you look, it's about how you make others feel. The next time you're in a social setting, take note of your behavior. Are you showing up as your best self, not just in appearance, but in how you carry yourself, interact with others, and display genuine humility? By doing so, you might just find that people are naturally drawn to you, not because of how you look, but because of who you are. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. You won't want to miss what we've got coming next.